it was a matter of them starting the match, doing what they need to do, and then the ref said go home.
It wasn't that.
No?
From what I've saw, I need to show you this after we go off air because I made the mistake of not showing you. Right. R-Truth, I don't know if it was on this pay-per-view, if it was after Raw.
Okay.
But he had a gnarly thing on his knee.
Really?
Like, he tore his knee to the point where you can see, like,
inner
skin.
Oh, shit, really?
So, my guess is, I don't know if it happened after that match or if it happened after Raw.
It must have happened after Raw because he was fine on Raw.
Okay, yeah. But he's, I'm guessing that was it. But he was on Raw, so okay.
Yeah, you're right.
But for news, he has, like, a gnarly...
Ow. Yeah. But no, I mean... Like I said, it literally did seem like they were starting, and then the ref said go home, and they're like, oh, fuck, now? Because even the finish seemed quick. Like, it seemed rushed. Like, I think they were either that, or they knew how much time they had, and they tried to get as much in as possible. Yeah. And it just doesn't work that way.
Plus, this might have to do with Antonio. I mean, he's got, like, ripped tendons on his fingers.
Exactly.
And,
I mean, in all fairness as well, his Raw match was short as well.
Exactly. So
yeah, it's possible.
He could be slowing down, right? So, 3MB did a Miz TV segment. This whole segment was pretty much just to get Alberto Del Rio into a kind of face position.
Pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because, much like I was just saying, the last match was so goddamn rushed, the amount of time it took to set up this match with the Miz TV and everything that led up to it, it was way too long.
Yeah, it was way too long.
I'm just like, really, you could have given this to the match before it, and it would have been awesome.
I mean, whatever.
3 Milton Bradley, whatever.
It was funny.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just like, why are they attacking the announcers? And
yeah.
That's very racist.
Oh, Jesus. God, yeah, it was... Gee, I forgot about that, you're right.
Like, it was incredibly racist. All those Mexican talk, like, what the fuck, Heath Slater?
Did you notice that fucking... Jinder Mahal, when they started talking about, like, the fact that they can't talk, that was the exact moment he decided to take off his turban.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm just gonna take this off here, just in case they don't think I'm just tanned.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus!
It's like, I think a hate crime's coming on.
Like, Heath Slater, I get it, he's Southern, that's cool, but he's a ginger.
Yeah.
Fucking Drew McIntyre's Scottish, and Jinder Mahal's fucking Indian. Like, these guys are like United Nations over here, and they're still like, fuck you, Mexico!
You're
like,
in America, speak English. Like, what? Do you hear
like, do you realize Jinder Mahal speaks Punjab?
Yeah.
So
he's not speaking correct English if you want to go that.
And Drew McIntyre doesn't even speak English, basically.
Ugh.
So, but then ADR comes out after Ricardo Rodriguez tried to make a save.
Yeah, weird.
Like, I'm gonna just step in here.
But he did nothing.
He just stepped in and went, oh shit, wait a minute, I'm Ricardo Rodriguez. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Alberto came in, and then they're like, you know what, we'll find a partner and we'll fight 3-on-3.
Which I would have preferred if it was Rodrigo.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, let's see if he can actually wrestle.
Fair when they found the guy.
Oh, I know.
I popped.
Oh, dude, I was... So, believe me, I did too.
Anyways, that happened, and then the pay-per-view picked up.
Yes.
Kofi versus Barrett had a great match.
That was solid, man.
It was a solid Intercontinental title match.
Yeah.
It's continuing the feud from the looks of Raw.
Yep.
That's cool.
It was a fucking solid match. I liked it. I woke up basically.
The match happened, and then now we cut to personal skybox, Mr. CM Punk, wearing a knees to faces t-shirt.
Oh, I loved that. That was
which you can purchase on WWEshopzone.com or shop.com now.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I love that.
Because The Rock has the boot to asses.
I was so happy when I saw that.
Well, clearly we're doing
doing a Rock feud. It's good for them. They literally just started setting it up right away, and that's genius. It's
brilliant. Then he was berating Brooklyn and saying you're all losers and idiots and animals.
Yep.
So it was another good, solid promo.
It was good.
He's going to be cutting promos like this until his knee's fine.
And I can't wait until the fucking Rock shows up, because the two of them going at each other is going to be awesome.
Now the match we thought was going to be the main event.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't.
No, I know.
Because you can't give these guys the main event just yet.
I would disagree with you just based on the match itself.
Oh no, the match itself was, but you know what? They didn't know.
Yeah, true.
To be fair, you didn't know what kind. It was a masterpiece.
Oh my god, yeah.
But you didn't know going in.
Like, after that, like, the follow-up match pissed me off.
Yeah, but the problem is, going into it, you don't know, that you got gold.
I know. I mean, 4 of the guys are not close to main event at all.
No.
Even though Ryback has done it already. But the 4 of them should not be main event in any way.
We're talking about the Shield and...
The Shield and Ryback. Should not be.
Okay.
Shield, no, shouldn't be, because they're still new, and Ryback, fuck you, he does not deserve a spot.
Yeah, well...
But fans like him. I can't say shit. Although, the Brooklyn crowd, these are my people. These were fucking my people, man.
To be fair, the Philly crowd was getting on him too on Raw.
Oh, I know, but not nearly as much as these Brooklyn folks, man.
But here's the thing, they're
still
Holy
shit.
In Miss the Goldberg chants, they were still doing the Feed Me More chants.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, half the people, like the kids like him. He's got the Cena reaction, and Cena. But this was the first time I'd heard in a long time Cena practically get booed out of the building when he showed up. But I do like the fact that halfway through the match, all you could hear was fucking Goldberg.
Yeah, but the Feed Me More chants are also a little bit more bass-toned. They're not kids.
Oh, I know.
Kids.
Well,
you got guys that are like 18 to 20 something.
You do, but...
Hey, man, I have no problem doing Colin Goldberg because that's funny. Mm-hmm. But you know what? He showed that he's got something in that match.
Well, I was going to get to that point is all of these guys made me very proud of them. I think they all did a phenomenal job.
The Shield, successful.
My only complaints are, like, they're nitpicky like a motherfucker. Basically, they're twofold. Ryback was out of the match for too long after that table.
He was
out way too long.
He was.
I mean, Kane had an excuse. They buried him. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's stupid, sure, but it's an excuse.
From what I gather is every time you put Ryback through an announcer table, though, he kind of stays down.
Yeah, he
Survivor
does.
Series, he did that.
But
Raw,
not that long. He was never that long.
He was out for a while.
It was a little too long this time. It was a little too long. And the ending...
He could be hurt?
Yeah.
Anyways.
The ending, Ryback, again, he was perfectly fine getting down the ladder, but when it came time to get into the ring to make the save,
I think
he all of a sudden stumbled.
I figured
he screwed up in that he should have taken longer to get down the ladder.
He probably realized that halfway
He did,
through,
and that was
like, fuck, I gotta slow down now.
I mean, that just shows how green he is.
But he's still green. Hey, man.
Yeah.
You learn with time.
And I gotta say...
That was a gnarly fucking spot that
Rollins took. I was about to say that. How is Rollins not dead?
Yeah,
when I rewound that,
he was meant to go through all of them. He went through some of them.
Yeah, I recorded it and I rewound that about 4 times just to see if I saw what I saw. And basically, his head bounced off the edge of that table, and when he hit the ground, his arms were on his head.
Yeah,
and then cut to later on when the Shield won, he was out. They were picking him up to walk to the end. Yeah. He was out. Yeah. His eyes were open, but he was not there.
Yeah.
He was gone.
Mm-hmm.
I actually feared for the man. I'm like, there's a concussion.
Yep.
Had to be. There's no way around that. He was gone.
But other good spots, that double guy suplex off the table.
Off the table on the corner turnbuckle.
Which I've never seen before.
No. I didn't know what the hell they were going to do. It gave me an idea for a spot, though.
Yeah.
Where instead of because they were setting up when they had him up in the air,
you could have put him through.
I thought they were going to put him through. I thought they were going to both drop down and slam him
but
through.
That would kill him.
That would kill him, yeah. But it would have been a
the
fucking
Ryback
beautiful
double
spot.
suplex onto the ladder and Dean Ambrose's face after.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, oh my god.
But actually, there is another, and I just remembered as you're saying Ambrose's face in the beginning of the match. I think he forgot what character he's supposed to be playing because for a brief little, I think he corrected himself later, but for the first 5 minutes or whatever, when he was in control, he was being that crazy character. He was just sort of looking around like a caged animal, like his Joker, sort of Joker character. And I'm watching it going, dude, that's not you. You're supposed to be calm and collected. You're not supposed to be the crazy, psychotic guy. And
I think he was just in Moxley mode.
I think he was. Because a few minutes later, he corrected.
Yeah,
he was exactly what he was supposed to be.
This is their first match.
It's their first match.
I
think he's just so used to. He's probably been doing that.
Brawl style.
Yeah, I think. He's this is the first time I've seen all 3 of them.
Seek his kid, Roman Reigns. He's not much of a talker, but when you get him in the wrestling ring,
man,
Samoans again.
Yeah, it must
know what they're doing.
Because him and Kane, I would watch a feud of those two, man.
Barricade was awesome. And,
I would watch a feud of those two right now.
Rollins and Bryan, I would like to see a feud.
Oh God, yeah. So, Rollins impressed me the most, especially with that bump, of course.
Yeah.
But he is really good. I've never seen these guys before, so I was really impressed. I was scared going into this match.
And their entrance was amazing. Yes. That song?
Yes, the song is fucking awesome.
Where it's cuts to, it sounds like it's over a mic, welcome to the Shield, like a SWAT team, and then they come down through
And I like that, because I remember I told you, they gotta come through the crowd.
And I like how they come through where it's like Rollins hanging off Yeah, Ambrose, like, yeah, we're gonna get you, and then just fucking.
And then Reigns just like walking like he's a god. Yeah, no, they're good, man. I'm looking forward to seeing more out of these, especially if this is what it is. Give them fucking TLC matches till the end of time.
The Shield,
like, yeah,
Aces in their first pay-per-view match.
They can't do much in promos yet, but I will watch them.
They'll work.
And that's what I said.
Mic work could be taught.
I know.
Wrestling talent can't.
No, and they've got it in spades, so that's fucking phenomenal.
So we got Eve versus Naomi.
Yeah, I don't care.
I thought it was funny that one of Brodus Clay's girls were wrestling.
Yeah,
they are wrestlers. They are.
I wasn't sure because at first, like in the beginning, I was like, "Is that one of his dancers?" Mm-hmm. But I wasn't sure because I wasn't really paying that much attention because it's a diva match.
She won a battle royal on the pre-show. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, so I'm just like, yeah, because I saw the thing about the pre-show and I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
and I'm watching, going, is she? I thought she was a dancer. Is she? I really got confused.
She was on NXT.
And then she was a dancer. I'm like, well, that's weird that they're wrestlers, but it's not really actually. Now that I think about it, so
cool. Hey.
Yeah, and whatever.
Divas match has got to be on the card.
Yeah,
awesome.
It makes sense. Whatever.
Big Show versus Sheamus.
Lame.
Not as good as Hell in a Cell.
Nope.
But better than Survivor Series.
Yeah, but still lame. I'm sorry. I'm done with
it's because it's been long.
No, but
the ending was cool though. That big chair spot was fun.
Yeah, but it was stupid. I'm sorry. The big chair is not going to make any difference more so than the little one.
Actually,
I'm not going to buy that.
I think it will because it's bigger.
So. I don't buy it. It's just wider. It's not like it doesn't look like it has more material in it.
Yeah, I think
it's just a wider fucking.
It has to have more material in it. It's from sheer volume.
I don't know.
I think it's just because you're done with the feud.
Well, I think I am done with the feud. I don't think I really am not going to give this match anything because I'm done.
You're done.
I've had it. I'm sick of it. They had one good match. And then it's just been stretching too far, and they proved that they had one good match, and they keep doing it over and over again, and I'm just like,
hopefully this is it.
Hopefully, yeah, it seems like it might be, but you never know.
So we'll get to the Del Rio Miz versus 3MB.
Yep.
They needed the final partner.
Yes,
they looked to Brooklyn, and they found Brooklyn
Brawler.
As in the Brooklyn Brawler.
Oh, that was so awesome.
Now,
oh my god. I thought about it as soon as they said we're in Brooklyn, I'm like, couldn't be Brooklyn Brawler.
Of course, some newer fans are like, well, JTG's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And he's on roster, and from what I saw on Raw, I believe, his actual gimmicks are Brooklyn net gimmicks.
Yeah.
But forget JTG.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Brawler.
Brooklyn Brawler. I when they said we look to Brooklyn, my first thought, of course, was Brooklyn Brawler. But I'm like, there's no fucking way they're dragging him out.
He's in the back.
He is, yeah.
He's an agent.
But I'm like, there's no way they're dragging him out for that. There's no way. And then, sure enough, they announced, I'm like, hell yes. I wanted to see that. And it was fun.
It was fun.
It wasn't a fucking, right home to mom match, but
you know what?
Fun.
They had to separate because the Big Show match just happened, so you have to get that
You need a
there.
calm down match. And it worked. I mean, the old school fans were happy as shit. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. Mm-hmm. I thought it was hilarious.
And 3MB, solid workers?
Solid, decent.
So, whatever.
Yeah, nothing, again, nothing to write home about, but nothing to sneeze at.
So cool.
Decent.
Main event. We get Mr. Money in the Bank, Dolph Ziggler, putting up his contract against John Cena.
Let me say one thing about Mr. Cena. I am impressed. He learned a new move.
The Hurricanrana!
Motherfucker did a Hurricanrana. It wasn't pretty.
Well, he's square.
That's what I mean. Is for John Cena, kudos, motherfucker. How did you pull that one out?
Mm-hmm.
For a guy that knows 6 wrestling moves, he can add a 7th.
Cool, man.
Good for him.
And when he lifted Dolph Ziggler with the ladder,
I'm
like, that's just too strong.
Yeah,
that's
I'm like,
not cool.
You're like, don't. I feel I almost don't want to make fun of him in case he hears about this. He will kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I understood he was strong. I mean, I've seen what he looks like, but Jesus.
Yeah.
So
the match
scare me.
Match was good.
Match was good.
Ziggler was good. He's doing that jumping DDT.
Yes. Oh god, that was beautiful. That was a thing of beauty. His drop kick is almost shades of fucking perfect. By the way. And I mean Mr. Perfect, not perfect itself, but Jesus, is that a beautiful dropkick he's got.
It was a great match.
Mm-hmm. He is impressing me more and more. I was never a big fan, but every time I see him, he gets a little bit better. Of course. And Cena, I mean, I'll rip on the guy until the cows come home. I'm not a Cena fan, but
when he has to go to work,
to go to work, he'll do it. He knows he's limited, and he's starting, and I mean, it took him long enough, 10 years, but he's starting to realize his limits and works within them, whereas before he would always try to go beyond them.
Yep.
Now he's actually staying within his limit, and it's decent.